what I tell them. I'm done doing that, moving on to better things, and I ain't going back, huh? I'm done doing that, moving on to better things, and I ain't going back, yo. This that definite soul snatcher. Step up in the room so dapper. New chapter, only after satisfaction with the cash that's gathered in a...
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Michael Henderson, New Growth Wellness here, Self-Transformation Mastery. It's been a while since I've posted my initial video asking you all to follow me on my journey. Part of that is because the journey's been going well. Yeah, I've been, the first leg of my journey is for my 33rd birthday, which is December 23rd, 2019. So that is, like 94 days away. So I'm putting myself through a 90-day transformation. This past week has been like an acclimation week, So just getting my workouts in, no more than an hour. I do cardio. I do one body part a day, and then abs. And I try to limit it to about an hour because the days of spending 3 hours in the gym for me are long gone. So, I'm real sore right now. In the pecs, my biceps, and my triceps, or like my clients like to say, my arms. My arms are sore. My entire arm is sore. The muscle groups are a little different from the clients. But today, I want to share with you guys three, because I like the number three, three tips, three different ways to intensify your workout, to get more out of your workouts, which is going to increase your results, right? It's going to make the results more prominent. It's going to make the results come to you quicker and hopefully last a little longer, or if not, I can't say results last permanently because the lifestyle has to be there. If the lifestyle is permanent, the results will be permanent. But yeah, I just want to share with you guys three of my tips that I utilize to get more out of my workout and to increase the intensity. Number one. So the first and foremost thing that I use, that I utilize to increase the intensity of my workouts is something that my father taught me years and years ago when I was young, but it'd be the middle of the summertime, and this dude, my father, this man would be wearing sweatshirts. Dallas Cowboys sweatshirts to be exact. But I am not a Cowboys fan. I don't really have an NFL team that I really pick one or the other, but Michigan State all day. But anyways, yeah, he'd be wearing, sometimes he would have the classic 1990 something 3/4 cut sleeve, bodybuilding look. But I'm like, Dad, why are you wearing a sweatshirt, dude? It's summertime. You're going to the gym in a sweatshirt. And his response to this day has always stuck with me. I mean, the initial response was, I'm not there for anybody else's eyes. I know what I look like. I'm not there to show my body off to anybody else, which I could appreciate that. Modesty, right? Now you go into the gym and it's just like people are 90% naked. But to each their own. So, but then he also explained to me of how wearing warmer clothing kept his muscles warm. By the time he made it to the gym, his muscles would be warm and pliable and flexible and loose and ready to go. But on top of that, the tip number one that I utilize is I start my workouts with about 10 to 20 minutes of cardio. I do that to get my muscles warmed up, right? Mainly, it helps with the blood circulation, the lymphatic circulation. It helps the blood flow, right? When you work out, your blood volume, the volume of blood in your body increases, right? That's that tight feeling that some of us don't like and some of us search for, known as the pump, right? You got a pump when you start working out biceps and your arms just feel so tight. That's the engorgement of blood, right? Your blood volume is increasing, thus expanding the muscle volume, right? Because the blood is what transports the nutrients and the oxygen to the muscles for repair. So, I start my workouts with about 10. Right now it's about 10 minutes of cardio. I like incline brisk walking. I don't hold on. You shouldn't hold on to the treadmill. But that could be stair climber. That could be elliptical. It could be the bike. It could be jump rope. It could be yoga flow. It could be whatever gets you moving, right? It's the movement of blood that we're looking for, the movement of circulation and breath, right? You're breathing while you're doing this. But and you don't have to wear the heavy clothing like my father did. You know, some people are wearing sauna suits and things like that. I'm not suggesting that, but it's better to keep your muscles warm than, especially as the cold and winter months are approaching us here in Michigan. It's better to approach your workouts with warmed muscles. I remember when I used to wrestle, like I would just stay in my warm up clothes until it was time for me to get on the mat, and I had no injuries. I always felt ready to go because I was actually warm. I was sweating already. Same thing with bodybuilding competitions. I'm backstage. Some people are just in their speedo. I'm like, it's cold, dude. Like I want my muscles to be warm. So again, it helps with uh, the elasticity of the muscle, the stretching, full range of motion. Hopefully, you're training full range of motion. Helps prevent or decrease the risk of injuries, and helps with just tendon and ligament mobility and activation as well. So, tip number one: start with a 10-minute warm up, and you're getting your cardio out the way. That 10 minutes can be as hard as you want it to be, right? Run a mile, run 2 miles in 10 minutes. It could start slow and gradually increase. And then what I like to do is after about, I don't know, 2 to 4 weeks of 10 minutes, then I'll go up to 15 minutes or even 12, right? Make small changes, not too often, and utilize the change in your body from that small change before you go to a big change. So step number one is warm the muscles up prior, do cardio prior to your weight training. Uh, Tip number two to help increase the intensity of your workouts or get more out of your workouts is the music, is the playlist, right? Like we all have our headphones in, our earbuds. There's still classic gyms that play some really hardcore good music. I know when I run my classes, the music dictates the pace and the energy and the flow of the actual workout. I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but I've been in the middle of a heavy squatting set or a heavy set of chest press or something, and either my headphones either die, or that's Bluetooth, or the wired ones, my cell phone would fall out of my pocket and disconnect the wire, or the battery would die, or something would happen, or the song would change to something slow and garbage, and it literally just kills the vibe. Not for the whole workout, but just in the middle of the set. You're in the middle of a grunting, hardcore set, maybe setting a PR, and then the music changes to some garbage or some love song with you and your girlfriend or something. It just changes. And it really can affect your workout or that portion of your workout. And everybody's different. This is the cool part. Like, people look at me and go, oh, you listen to this type of music. And I go, no, I don't. I mean, I listen to music, right? I'm a former trumpet player. I like concert band, symphonic band, orchestra, classical music, jazz, hip hop, R&B, rap. Uh, I'll even listen to country. For me, it's based on the energy I'm seeking and the energy that the music has given me. Yeah, there are some country songs that I can listen to and like I get good vibes from it. When a lot of times when I'm in the gym, I'm listening to like rock, sometimes even metal. Like I just the guitar and the drums, and I'm just vibing with that. Sometimes it's hip hop. I don't listen to too much hip hop when I work out because a lot of times the beat of the, I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't vibe with the energy I want in the gym. So a lot of times it's rock, Papa Roach, System of a Down, Shine Down, POD, people I don't even know, Five Finger Death Punch or whatever, Rage Against the Machine, something that just gets me going. Linkin Park, I'm rocking out. But there are certain songs that are just completely slow and you wouldn't even think of listening to for energy. Like, what's that song? Lana Del Rey. I love that song. Love Young and Beautiful. Will you still love me when I'm young and when I'm no longer young and beautiful? That song I can listen to and knock out some cardio, hardcore. I can like that because it's moving. The energy is deep. It's like the deep currents of the ocean. They're moving and they take a lot of water with them and they're just moving slow and just heavy and deep. That's what that song makes me feel like. So I can utilize that, right? A lot of times when I'm doing cardio the 10 minutes before my workout, I'll listen to like Eric Thomas Motivation or Tony Robbins or Les Brown or Jim Rohn or Elliot Hulse, or a blend, a compilation of these different motivational people from different. Some are sports motivation, some are business motivation, some are just positive motivation. Um, Billy Allsbrooks is another good one. He's really good, actually. I love his videos. But yeah, it's all about the energy. What energy are you trying to invoke? So it could be a motivational clip. It could be, a gym clip. It could be sometimes I'll watch my old bodybuilding posing videos, right? That gets me excited and hyped up. It could be sports. Like a lot of times I'm doing cardio, especially HIIT cardio, and I'm just going. I'm in my mind and I'm vibing. I'll start reliving moments of my life, running down the field for a touchdown, being in the middle of a wrestling match, running a track event, playing basketball. You know what I mean? It's not like reminiscing necessarily. It's more of like literally reliving. Like I'm literally in that moment and I'll get goosebumps. Sometimes I'll cry because the energy is so strong. Uh, so the music truly can dictate the pace of your workout, the intensity of your workout, your strength. Um, so take like I use Spotify. I like Spotify because I can find whatever song. I also use Fit Radio because it's like a DJ edit mix. So, um, sometimes I want to listen to some Fat Man Scoop, some that's hype in the background, nice little DJ, nice MC. Sometimes I want to listen to Drake. Sometimes I want to listen to this. So I utilize both of those. I have playlists that I've made on Spotify for my workouts and different energies that I'm looking for, yoga, things like that. And then Fit Radio has tons of different genres, different activities, different coaching. So utilize those both. There's no wrong song to listen to. It's whatever gets your energy moving, whatever gets you going. I have a client that likes Beach Boys. She likes to work out to Beach Boys. I like Beach Boys. I listen to them, but like if I'm on the dunes, chilling and riding on the dunes or something, that's like Beach Boys music to me, right? Even country. I can listen to country, but it's gonna make me want to have a beer or something. So utilize good music. Like I said, Spotify is super affordable. Fit Radio is also affordable. Apple Music. There's so many different ways. And experiment with making a playlist so that when you are in a good set or you are getting that vibe, that it doesn't cut to something that you didn't intend to play. So, tip number 1, get yourself a nice little cardio warm up. Get the muscles warm, stay warm, wear warm clothing. Tip number 2, have an awesome playlist, have great music. And then tip number 3, to add intensity to your workouts is right? To increase intensity by using intensity techniques. What are intensity techniques? So this is tip number 3. Intensity techniques such as supersetting, triple setting, giant setting, drop setting. A superset is usually 2 exercises done back to back for 1 set. So let's say, and with that you can superset antagonist muscles, so muscles that oppose one another, even though they don't, but in my opinion, or protagonist muscles, ones that support another. And yes, this is science, right? So antagonist muscle groups would be like the chest is responsible for pressing and squeezing across the middle. The back is responsible for pulling and squeezing across the back middle, right? So those would be antagonists, right? One pushes, one pulls. So a superset for that, an antagonist superset would be pull-ups, push-ups, or push-ups, pull-ups. So you're going to do 10 pull-ups, 10 push-ups. Like you're going to do the 10 pull-ups, immediately drop down and do the 10 push-ups, and then you rest. It's not 10 pull-ups, catch my breath, rest for a little bit, walk in circles, and then do my push-ups. That's a superset. That is not a superset. It's intensity. It's made to be done boom, boom, right? A triple set would be 3 exercises done in succession. Boom, 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 rest. A giant set would be anything more than 3. So 4 or 5, also known as a circuit, essentially. Some cable press downs, some abs, some squat hops, some push-ups, and burpees. You do all that, and then you rest. So that's superset, triple set, giant set. A drop set is when you build your way up to a maximum weight. Let's say leg press is pretty easy to do this, right? So let's say leg press, you get 5 45-pound plates on there. You do that 10 times. You have somebody take off 1 plate from each side. You do that as many times as you can do, 15 times. You take off another plate. You try to match that 15. You take off another plate until you're down to 2. You try to match again 15, as many as you can do. And then you take it down to 1 plate, and then you're going to do more than 15. You're going to go just all out until you burn out, and then you're done. That's a drop set. It's a set where you're continuously going while dropping the weights. And that you can do down and up or up and down, right? So you can do an ascending set up to peak and then come right back down. You can do up to peak, rest, let your partner go, and then you start working the way down. You can work down and go back up. There's really no wrong way to do it. It's just a different way of intensity, right? So that's drop set. Another way of intensity is time under tension, right? So that burning sensation you feel in your muscles when you're working out is it's the burning of ATP, which is muscular intracellular muscular energy. You utilize your ATP stores in about 30 to 45 seconds. If you're a really versed athlete with like really good muscular endurance, you might push to the minute before that burns out. That burning feeling you feel is the byproduct of ATP being utilized, which is lactic acid, right? And there's supplements you can take to help buffer this out or increase it, and we'll talk about that in a different video. But so time under tension, right, is if you do 20 reps, how long does it take you to do the 20 reps? I don't know, a minute and a half. So that's time under tension, right? Time under tension. How much time under the tension of doing barbell curls? That's one way to do time under tension. Another way is to slow down your cadence of your reps. Maybe we're going to go on a 4 count up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 count down, 1, 2, 3, 4. That one rep right there was 8 seconds. So if you do 10 reps, that's 80 seconds. That's a minute and 20 seconds. We know that ATP is burnt out by 30, 45, 60 seconds at the most, right? And then you have to usually double that time rest period to replenish that ATP. Now, to increase intensity, you would minimize the rest period, aka ATP restoration, and go into your next set, even though you're not fully recovered. Which will allow you to build more muscular endurance over time, as well as tap into your fat stores for energy. So, that's why I'll have a client, will be here consistently and working their butt for, let's say, a few months or a year, and then something happens and they got to take 2 weeks off, or even a month off, or even a week off, and they come back and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so weak. And it's like, no, you're not weak. Your muscular endurance has already changed. It's kind of like if you run a mile a day every day for 3 months, you're good. You'll be able to run a few miles. But then if you cut that out and then try to come back, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't run anymore, I'm weak. No, it's just your endurance changes, right? Your endurance changes. That's usually the first thing you notice. When you come into a workout routine or a class and you haven't worked out, you're like, oh, I'm so fatigued. Are you weaker? Yes. But what you're mainly feeling is not so much just the lack of strength, but it's the lack of your recovery, right? I had a client come in yesterday and she was struggling, and I just said, take a little longer rest period between sets, and then she allowed her strength came back, right? So that's how that works. So yeah, don't get discouraged. Time under tension, less rest periods, different rep counts and rep ranges. Like I said, the pace, you can go 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down, pause at the bottom, squeeze at the top. You can go faster reps, right? Full range of motion always. You can do partial reps if you're using that as an intensity technique. So yeah, there's so many different ways. You can add cardio in between weights. Let's say you do some chest press, then you can superset that with burpees, or superset that with high knee, or superset that with jump rope. So you can put cardio in between weights, or you can put abs in between weights, or abs in between cardio. So there's many different techniques and methods you can do. So number one is start with a warm-up, cardio warm-up. Keep warm clothes on, keep the muscles warm. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And by doing that, you're going to cause your workout to be more of a cardiovascular weight training session. You can get cardiovascular effects and cardiovascular responses from lifting weights intensely, which I would melt that with 0.3, right? 0.2 and 3 by utilizing drop sets and things like that, or 0.3, utilizing drop sets and different intensity techniques. When you work out, you'll notice that your heart rate will increase, which is cardiovascular, right? You know that you're starting to breathe. Like, do 15 reps of squats, do 4 sets of 15 reps with progressive loading weight, and you're gonna feel, you're like, man, I can't breathe. Like, it's a cardio workout. So starting with step number 1, getting your 10 minutes of cardio in there and keeping the muscles warm will allow you to do that and maintain that pace throughout your workout. Then obviously point 2, you've got to have some great music, whether it's high energy, whatever is great for you, whatever gets you going, whatever makes you move, whatever makes you get intense, right? Whatever cranks your intensity up, listen to that and turn it on. And while you're doing your 10 minutes of cardio, find what motivates you. When you're driving to the gym, start to begin to think about what motivates you. A lot of times with my hard workouts, I start thinking about them the day before, legs and things like that, or PR workouts. And then tip number 3, find a way to add intensity through supersetting, drop setting, giant or triple setting. You can do time under tension, shorter rest periods. Um, you know, Maybe you're doing legs that day, and let's say you pick 2 to 3 exercises. 2 exercises, you do them as a superset for 4 or 5 sets. Then you're going to do 5 minutes of cardio. Then you pick 2 more exercises, do them together as a superset, 4 or 5 sets, and then you're going to do 10 minutes of cardio. So yeah, try those 3 techniques to add more intensity, therefore adding more results to your workouts and your lifestyle and longevity, and you'll be amazed of how far that'll take you. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my 3 go-to supplements to help me not only have great workouts, but recover from hard workouts, and then also replenish my muscular energy. Stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Reach me at the comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you soon. Peace.